50% of his total max health. And Jack going to try to hold the monster at bay, stop him from mitigating. Right now, Bugsy is just going to try to mitigate. No, actually go right back in for Spanners. That rock connects. Beautiful dodge right there by Spanners, but he does not want to be down there. Get the flame doused out by the water. He's getting juggled around, though, and needs to get out of the area. He has no cloak or orbital. And Spanners out of the game. Bugsy might be next, though.
Which means that right now it's coming down to Nightwing. If they can get through this last health of armor, he's got one bar left trying to mitigate. Dome is down. If he can get through here, he's in a great position. He can't get hit by any mammoth. He's getting blocked by a Strider in the doorway. That is not the nicest Strider in the world. Shouldn't even call it a Strider. Should call it a Sloth at this point. But he's going right through, get some quick bars of armor just to make sure he's not going to get chipped in the back, getting shot by anyone from a long distance. Last thing he wants to deal with is Rune. But right now, if he gets full armor, he'll be in a great position to engage because they don't have the shields, which means he can start getting a little bit more strikes. He won't be able to get Rune down because of the personal shield, but he'll be able to get Kyra, which is the one he wants at this point. Nightwing will be trying to repulse her and protect them as much as possible, but at this point, that's what he's looking for. He's looking at this and he's saying, hey, I'm going to get these strikes. I'm going to be ready to re-engage. We see the satellite being used preemptively to make sure that they don't get surprised. And Rune right now is actually the one poking on the high ground. Doesn't know where he is, so Bugsy's actually going to be able to go right past him.
Run the wrong way.
Oh, no.
He's just running the complete opposite direction of Bugsy. They might lose him, and if Bugsy gets a stage 3 and then goes back in to get some down penalties or stagger the Hunters on the dropship, that's really going to put the Hunters on the back pedal. And Team YP needs to win this game to tie up the series. It's currently 2-1 in favor of TPA.
Yep.
If Bugsy manages to escape, hit stage 3, take some Hunters out before Spanners can shield them, it's not going to be looking good. We have about 38 seconds on the dropship, and of course there's a little bit of extra time before the Hunter actually jumps out and gets boots on the ground. And with the stage, Bugsy's going to need to just eat up a little bit of nourishment and then go in for Red Panda. If Red Panda misses this dropship, that's going to really, really hurt the Hunters. They're going to have a hard time tearing through this Goliath's massive armor pool. It's got a little bit of health left, but with no medic, tearing through the Goliath's armor is going to be a little more difficult than it is for the Goliath to tear through the Hunters. 3 rock, 3 leap, 2 flame, 1 charge. Pretty typical.
Yeah, he's going in ready for engage right now because he knows that right now he has the time. So he's trying to bait through that repulsor beam. He's going to go right on Red Panda. He knows he has all the space he ever wants. And we're about to see the rocket picked up in a second. Once this flame finishes, he'll be using that as the finisher for Red Panda. But it's probably going to get blocked by Rune. Doesn't get blocked, the repulsor beam.
Doesn't block it.
Oh no, here comes it. Finish on Red Panda.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. With Red Panda out of the game now, it's up to Rune to finish off the monster before the Hunters get finished off. Nightwing getting pounced, though. He's in a little bit of trouble. Nice dodge by that rock.
Oh, no.
He jumped right, Goliath through left.
Oh, no. And we have Rune going in with the super shoulder right in the back.
There's the shield. Red Panda is actually up. Someone actually revived her. I think that was Rune.
Yeah,
picked
Rune
up Red
her up
Panda.
in the rear.
Now Bugsy's in a bad situation.
Oh,
All he had to do was take out the medic, which he did.
Oh, here comes the orbital barrage. Doesn't connect on any of the shots for the finish. It doesn't look like it does as Bugsy wants out of this dome. Desperately goes in for the leap. Gets blocked by the nice repulsor beam. He's going trying to get as much as he can. Sees his buddy up in the cage. And it looks like Goliath's been killed. He'll probably get put in the cage next to him as Hunters win game number 2 on this side, bringing it to a 2-2 total. If you see Bugsy getting that quick strike at the end on Red Panda, get 2 strikes on Spanners, but it wasn't enough to go through this Hunter team.
Unfortunately, he did not guard Red Panda down. He got Red Panda down pretty quickly, but he got distracted and tried to kill Jack. And even I didn't notice Rune on Parnell went back to pick up Kyra, and Kyra got back up in the game, and that pretty much thwarted any of Bugsy's efforts to try to come back. He needed to put Red Panda on the next dropship, no medic, dip out of the engagement, get some more food, and then come back and finish him off while they had no medic. Unfortunately, they were not able to keep Kyra on the ground. Bugsy, unfortunately, dropping that game, and it is 2-2 in the series. 2 points for YP and TPA here in this exhibition match brought to you by the Patreon donators.
So thanks to all of them for making this possible, and right now, like, just to review that right there, what we saw was the movement speed being used as the perk choice, which allowed him to get a little bit more distance. Like, just that little bit of distance made such a huge impact on how much damage he took with the YOLO Evolve at the start. And what we mean when we say a YOLO Evolve is when you do everything you can to rush it as fast as possible. You push yourself forward and try and get as much meat on your way, and you try and stop as little as possible. So if you have traversals, you're using them. Right, so you want to get it as quick as possible. Timer on that was something like 1:30, which is a really fast evolve time. Usually you're not seeing like the more standard times are probably about 2:30, 2:40, I'd say.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So you're looking at that, and then you see him going through and just pushing through and using that movement speed to its most effectiveness, using it to get distance, and even stealthing behind that rock to get right past Rune, so he could traverse to the other side and get some more.
Yeah, I
health.
can't believe Rune didn't see that one. Let's see. Coming up next, guys, we do have the tiebreaker round, I believe. We're best 3 out of 5, and this is the 5th match. So the map list is a little bit different for the tiebreaker, right, Seeds?
Yeah,
We
it's got
have
a whole different setup for rules for
orbital
tiebreaker.
drill, orbital drill, wraith trap, refueling tower, and distillery is added. Distillery is only for the tiebreaker, and I'm here catching up on the tiebreaker rule set. Let's see. So the higher seeded team, I just want to make sure I get this right. The higher seeded team chooses a side, hunter or monster. The lower seeded team chooses the map with distillery added. The draft begins, and you only play one side of it. So this, whoever wins this next game wins the exhibition match. And once again, this is just kind of for fun, brought to you thanks to the Patreon guys, and has nothing to do with seeding or placement in the tournament or the prize pool. This is just an exhibition match as a thank you guys for absolutely crushing the first Patreon goal.
Yeah, this is for you guys. A little bit for us. Mostly for you guys.
Thanks for that. Most for you guys.
Yeah. So we're looking at this, and right now we're looking at side, which means I believe it's Team YP that gets side, right?
Yeah, Team YP is the #1 seed in TGL. TPA is #2. I believe Eyes on You is #3, and #4 is Defend the Relay, DTR.
Yeah, which
who
just
actually
goes,
donated.
which
They
has-
donated $500. It's their tournament, so they donated $500 to get the 4th seed spot.
Yeah.
They're being pros. They could have just took the 1st seed, but no. Here's $500, 4th seed slot.
Well, they've also can hold their own against any of the monsters, right? Like they've shown that they can play.
Yeah,
They're also like a
that's-
lot of them are on the dev team, like sorry, not the dev team, but like
The
the
QA
QA
team.
team. So they are the guys that test things before they come out, so they have that as well, and they're able to put their experience and time that they spend in the game at work, and able to come here and play, which shows. And then when you get to see like that comparison, when I believe they did some show matches just for fun, broadcasting like what happens during their games, and they showed that they were able to play. They're able to come here,
and
they're
of
able to
course,
play and hold their own with with the best of them.
not only is TGL for the devs or the QA guys to come out and play, but it's also for the QA guys to come and take what they learned from TGL back into TRS and say, hey, this is what's happening a lot in TGL. We should balance based off of this number of picks, or this guy is always getting banned, so maybe he's too powerful. All that stuff. Not only are the QA guys coming out to play and show us what they got, but they're also using TGL as a source for competitive feedback and going on to more appropriately balance the game for high-level play.
Yeah, and they're using the TGL along with the Go For Sundays, which has, any team can compete on that. And again, any team can compete in TGL. You just have to go through the open bracket for TGL. So if you guys are at home and you guys have a team that you want to play and want to see what you're made of and see how far you can make it, be sure to register, sign up. Anyone is welcome. Doesn't matter the skill level. You'll all get 2 games minimum. So come in, sign up, get playing it, and who knows what you're going to be playing against. Who knows how far you'll make it. You never know until you try. So sign up, play in the open bracket, do what you can, and be sure to check everything out. We'll be back next Saturday is the start of the TGL. So register by Wednesday. Just register as soon as possible once you get your team. Make sure you make it by Saturday. That way we can make sure you get in. For those of you that don't have a team and don't want to play and you just want to spectate, we'll be back next Saturday, same time, and we'll be ready to broadcast. If you want to check out the Sundays, they are available tomorrow as well from both Shampoo, my channel, and a couple others are running around as well. So make sure to check those out as well. So there's lots of Evolve content coming out for you guys because you guys asked for more content.
Yep, I'm pretty much casting every day of every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, from now for the foreseeable future. But we have the next TGL event Saturday, November 14th at 12 p.m. PST, open qualifiers. So this is where you guys come in. Team YP, because they won at Poland, are invited. TPA, they got #2. Eyes on You, they got #3. And DTR, because that's the QA team who donated $500. Those 4 teams are in TGL. There are 4 more slots. If you want one of those slots, like Seed said, register. Open qualifiers is next week. We're going to have 2 weeks of open qualifiers. So we're going to get 2 teams from this first open qualifier, and we're going to get 2 teams from an open qualifier the week after, and then the TGL tournament starts to figure out who's the best, as that trailer said. Who is the best? I don't know. TGL will determine who. Not only the best, but the most versatile. We're seeing a lot of different picks today. What did we just see? We saw Bob. We've seen all the monsters except Kraken, because Kraken got banned. Gorgon, of course, is
Kraken and
not
Griffin have a
available yet in
100%
TGL.
ban rate, so
Yeah, Kraken and Griffin are out. We've seen Lenny, Torvald, Hyde. We haven't seen Markov yet, have we?
nope. But that's
No
because
Markov.
he's more so for Kraken, right?
Yeah,
Because of
and
the lightning and all that.
that's
So
Markov.
it's Markov. That's what he does.
We've
Maybe
seen
like mines, but
Kyra, Val still. We've seen Hank, Sonny, Cabot,
Kyra, Val, Hank, Sunny, and Cabot, yeah. So almost all of them except for Bucket. Although I
Maggie.
don't understand why, but Bucket's OP. But
We have Maggie on deck. We've had Jack. I almost forgot the name of my favorite trapper. It's like, who's that trapper that I play all the time? Jack is on deck. So a lot of variety here in TGL. Like I've been telling you guys, the variety for TGL is really out there. You guys have not only different monsters being played, but really strange team compositions, including Val, Cabot, and not so much Laz. We've seen Laz get banned whenever a support is picked who is offensive, then Laz is immediately banned right afterwards.
Yeah.
So that whole new layer of competitive thinking that has to be dissected here in TGL. It's really interesting. I said it'd be only beneficial for viewers and casters, and I've liked it so far. I'm not saying for the 100th time, hey, that Kraken put 3 in Aftershock. It's a lot different nowadays.
yeah,
I
and
like
he's
it.
going to drop on their face, but we'll see what he does. But as we're talking about bans and the variety, we do have the bans and picks coming in right now as we're talking to you guys. We do have the team YP is actually did pick their side. They chose Hunters. With the map, they did choose Refueling Tower because they can pick any of the 4 maps for the tiebreaker. It doesn't matter if it was played before, they can pick any of them.
Yep.
And then we have the first sets of bans coming in. First ban, of course, is going to be on the Monster. So we're looking at that, and it is on Kraken.
Of course, not
Yeah.
surprising whatsoever. Kraken has been banned, and then the picks Medic up first. Val has been banned. Nightwayne follows up with Kyra. Then Assault is going to be next. Torvald's been banned. Parnell coming back out. Rune says, you know what? Stick me on Parnell. Went well last time. Let's do it again. Support is up next. Sonny has been banned, and Hank is on deck. Last up, Trapper. Take your guess. That's right. Daisy was... No, Griffin was banned. Of course it was Griffin. Griffin was banned. The bans are Kraken, Val, Torvald, Sonny, Griffin once again. Val, Sonny, Griffin once again. That's the 3rd time this exact comp has been banned. And then Maggie was picked in Griffin's place. The monster is going to be Bugsy's Goliath.
So we're going to see that going into this with Refueling Tower. Bugsy, looking at the last game that he played, he wants it on the same map. He's looking at it saying, you know what? That was close enough. I think I can take him.
Let's see if he reevaluates strategy, maybe a different perk pick, maybe even a different opening route. Who knows? That northeastern path on Refueling Tower is just such a safe route to feed that I have a hard time seeing any other monster who would want to not go down that route unless they
Imagine if
didn't
he
know
didn't have
about
that crow
how
bill.
awesome it is.
If he didn't
What
have
if
that
we
crow
could-
bill, then
Not
he would've
only
got
if
through.
he didn't have that crow bill, but what if we got to ban feeding routes? TGL Season 3 coming soon. No more Sloth Alley Fusion Plant. Banned.
Oh, man.
That's just another layer of meta right there.
Yeah, you
Then
can't
we're
go
gonna
this route
start
at the
banning.
start.
We're gonna start banning pieces of hunter equipment. Let's ban healing nades off Kyra. No, I would ban the acceleration field. That thing, oh man, she's so fast. You know, banning flamethrower. You have to go 3 rock, 3 leap, 3 charge.
Yeah, you just
Now that's a show match for another day. Anyway, hopping in here, Refueling Tower once again is the map. Thanks for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again to all the Patreon supporters. We really appreciate it. Helps pay for the casters and the $1,750 prize pool. It's growing as I speak. And I believe we have 1 milestone left. We're at $1,750. And at the $200 mark, that is the next milestone, which is a TGL finals video, which Tim will be editing if you guys want to help contribute to that milestone. No amount is too little, whether you want to donate $1, $100, or I believe Chris Ashton himself, MacMan, donated like 500 or something ridiculous like that, 300, a lot of money, a lot of cash. So no matter what you donate, it'd really be appreciated. Hopping in here, Bugsy is on Goliath, standard feeding route, going to pick up these free 4 meats right off the bat. And we do have the hunter team of Parnell, Kyra, Hank, and Maggie. This was actually a pretty common team comp, and by that I mean Kyra, Hank, and Maggie.
This was played a
Parnell
lot
was
in like
never
May,
too much
June.
of a comp pick. Yeah, Parnell
Because-
though, during the 11-second evolves was
Yeah.
pretty comp.
Well, it's because
Now
he would
it's
just
9
sit there and
seconds.
just unload and be like, bam, 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 bam. Oh look, it's Rune. He took half my health. Thanks.
Yep, right off of the evolve before he even got out of the cocoon. Going in for that sloth right there. That's a solid 4 meat. And for the perks, once again, movement speed. So we're not changing anything.